Are you ready? Stand by.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Three Gun Show. I'm your host, Dave Hartman, and this is the world's largest three-gun podcast. Got a great interview for you today. This interview is with Dave Smith, another Dave, a.k.a. Shakey Dave, a.k.a. Parkinson Shooter. As you can tell by his Instagram handle, Parkinson Shooter, he has Parkinson's disease, and he uses shooting as therapy. And he calls it gun therapy. He's got his little trending hashtag of gun therapy, which is really popular on Instagram. And I got to meet and shoot with Dave at the DC project, and I was just blown away by how much shooting affects his Parkinson's disease and calms it down to where he's actually stable and able to hit targets. It was incredible. So we got partnered up in the exhibition division. If you're familiar with the DC project, you know the route. But if you're not, then it's kind of like the old War Sport Team Challenge, where basically it's like an adult male and a female, or an adult male and a junior shooter as teams. Dave and I, both being adult males, we got put in the exhibition class, which is cool because we shot open, and we had a ton of fun there. So really good time. Great stages at the DC project. We had a fun team and a fun squad, and it was cool shooting together. I always enjoy shooting team matches with people I don't know, because then I get to like meet people, and I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I recommend you try it out. Pick someone you don't know, take them to a team match, or pick two people. I think Top 10 team match is coming up soon here. Anyway, so great interview with Dave. I won't spoil much more of it, but super impressed by gun therapy and how well it works. So now I want to talk to you about JP Enterprises before we get going here. So I'm building my 2019 three-gun rifle, and I know what you're saying. Dave, it's June. Yeah, I know. I had a lot of stuff going on, and now I've got a little pause, so I'm going to be building the rifle. But I picked up an American Defense Manufacturing receiver set, and I like building rifles, and I'm going to be putting this together. And the cool part is, like, I had all the guts for this thing, which are all JP parts, and I had these before JP came on board with the show. So that, I think, adds a little bit of credibility, shows you, like, I really do like their high-quality parts. In my hand, I'm holding right now the low-mass bolt carrier group and enhanced bolt, which I'm going to be putting in there. These bad boys are shiny, polished, chrome looking, and super easy to clean. I have the silent capture system that is going to be the buffer system for this bad boy, which I've never tried before, but I've shot several rifles that have it, and I'm told by their owners that the reason they shoot so soft is the silent capture system. So I will report back on that for you. I also have the JP adjustable gas block that I'm going to be putting on this bad boy, and all that stuff is going to work together to make this shoot buttery smooth. I'm kind of taking a departure from my last year, or I guess my current rifle. So that it's got JP guts too. It has a JP bolt carrier group, and then their wound spring and lightweight buffer in that thing. But it's a 10.5-pound rifle. So I see a lot of people trying to build like the lightest rifle possible for three-gun, and I don't think that's necessarily like a goal a desirable goal, right? The super lightweight rifle. But I haven't shot a lot of matches with super lightweight rifles, so I figure I better do that just to have a good place to talk from. So I've got like a really lightweight barrel, 16 inches, and pretty much lightweight guts that are going to be going into this thing. And then for the first few matches, I'm going to be topping it off with a Vortex Spitfire AR that I'm going to be shooting limited division in. So the ultimate goal here is shooting Colorado three-gun championships in patrol division, which requires a fixed power optic on your rifle. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple months, and building a super lightweight rifle. We'll see how I like it. I estimate that it's going to be about 4 pounds lighter than my current rifle. So we'll see how all that goes. So I'm going to be doing the testing with the Viper 5-25, then putting the Spitfire on. Ultimately, I might have the Viper 1-6 or Razor 1-6 on it for when I get back to TAC Ops, but Spitfire for now. So anyway, that's what I got going. Highly recommend getting yourself some JP parts to fill up your rifle when you're looking to upgrade. So all that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy this interview with Dave Smith, a.k.a. Shakey Dave. Dave, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Awesome.
It's great to have you here, man. So we just spent 2 days shooting a 3-gun here at Reveille Peak Ranch in Texas for the DC project. And last minute, you and I got teamed up for the team match.
Yeah, that was awesome. Great place. I really wasn't expecting to be teamed up with you, but we just got put together and heck yeah.
Yeah, Monday I wasn't going to shoot this match, and then I got a text from Aaron saying, "Hey, Dave Smith's looking for a partner." I'm like, "Hey, cool, I'll do that." So that's how we got teamed up. So we shot, since we're both adult dudes. We got put on the exhibition list, which means that we got to shoot open division, which is kind of cool because a lot of your gear's open.
Right.
And then I just got to stuff my shotgun full and use extra long mags for my pistol and stuff like that, which was kind of cool. But so this match is generally a adult male and a female, or an adult male and junior. Right. So we got lucky that we got to shoot the match, I guess, in the exhibition. So was this your first team match, or have you shot team matches before?
I've shot a multi-gun team match before, but it was only pistol and rifle.
Okay.
Not shotgun. So, the fact that I have Parkinson's and, Parkinson's guy with trying to quad load is quite difficult. So it's more like a juggling act with shotgun shells. So, yeah.
A little yard sale.
Yeah, I can't do that. So box fed only for me. So.
Yeah. So in this match, you borrowed Ryan Muller's shotgun.
Yeah.
Which I preloaded for you on the stages, but
right.
Luckily we were able to get a couple different strategies where we didn't have the problem of actually quad loading on the clock,
right.
Which is kind of cool about the team match, because you can kind of use your strengths and weaknesses and kind of tune the stage to what would be best for you and your teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun time. The teamwork aspect of it was great, and I guess some of the viewers will be tuning in on your Instagram and mine, and we'll see some of our antics, I guess you could say. So yeah.
Yeah, you'll have if you missed it, go check out Dave on Instagram. Dave's Parkinson Shooter, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. On Facebook as well. So.
Facebook and Instagram, and we both got photos and videos from the match there. And if you hear people talking in the background, Di Muller's coordinating the banquet for the match here, so we'll talk over her. But so Dave, I saw you in videos that like F1 Firearms put out,
right.
And then I followed you on Instagram, and you do a lot of shooting. And one weird thing that I noticed, not weird thing, but interesting thing that I noticed is that when you shoot, you go completely steady. Right. And we talked about this during the walkthrough, and like we just met this weekend. Like I've never shot with you before, so it was interesting to see that once you get like a firearm in your hands, you go like pretty steady. Like we shot long range rifle, and you were smoking it, and I was expecting you to be shaking the wall because we both had to brace on the same one. So for people at home that aren't familiar with it, can you explain like what happens when you pick up a firearm and all of a sudden you go steady?
Well, I guess the first thing is Parkinson's disease is a lack of dopamine. Dopamine is a bridge between the pathways. Without that chemical, they have to reroute. Signals have to reroute, or they just, when they do, I shake. So shooting actually raises my dopamine levels, and it's pretty instantaneous. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the stress of the day. Mm-hmm. Maybe body stress has something to do with it too. But sometimes I have too much dopamine, which gives me kind of a twisting and turning. It's like overload. So twisting and turning of my legs, and otherwise, if it's too little, my hands shake. So somewhere in between there, there's a balance to my life, and it's most of the time when I'm shooting. So I just do more of that.
Yeah.
So
So you shoot a lot. Like when we first met, it was at the sign-in table. We just happened to show up at the same time, and I was like, okay, well I don't see any shaking. Like you're pretty steady at that time.
yeah,
And then we went over to go shoot some machine guns before we walked the stages.
right.
And then there was a little bit of shaking, and then once you started shooting, like
Yeah.
you were moving fast between guns because you did like
yeah.
a little multi-gun stage with the machine guns, and then I was thinking like, God, this is like super interesting from just like an observance of human behavior and watching
Right.
how you go from shaking to completely steady. And then afterwards, I got to see the overloaded dopamine that you were talking about with like the
Yeah.
twitchy, crazy leg sort
Or,
of
yeah, Elvis leg.
Elvis
It's
leg,
like,
yeah.
But when I shoot, it's like a switch. It turns the Parkinson's off. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it does.
thing. Mm-hmm.
There's times when, I can't really help it, and it just happens. I just keep shaking, and I'm, uncoordinated, slow. Everything from speech to swallowing when I drink a bottle of water or Gatorade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot of different symptoms that just automatically go away when I shoot. So so 7 days a week, 500 rounds a day.
Really?
That's what I do. So
No kidding. So
Yeah.
what does like the typical day look like for you then?
just like any work day for me, it's just all about shooting and working on rebuilding pathways and working on the Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
So and hashtag gun therapy. Gun therapy is my thing. So that's where it's at for me. Every day I just work hard on it and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I have great sponsors. As far as I have F1 Firearms.
Mm-hmm.
They're really big supporter of my gun therapy, and as well, we do a lot with. I'm starting to shoot Aguila ammunition,
Mm-hmm.
STI. Tony and them, they just came aboard supporting my gun therapy. So, yeah, it's just a lot's happened in the last year.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool. Well, so how did you discover that shooting is therapy for you?
Well, it was really, for me, it took everything away. Parkinson's took
Mm-hmm.
everything away except for the shooting. And so, I was the typical alpha male kind of guy that was just, all over the place, worked hard all his life. 38 years old, I got Parkinson's, and
Mhm.
everybody started telling me to slow down, just take it easy and all, I'm not one to take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But, I tried to listen to the doctors, tried to, do the medication. So they got me up to 28 pills per day.
Wow.
And so that was pretty bad. Eventually got into it, like the situation where I was in a wheelchair, in a handicapped scooter, and trying to decide, where to go from there. If I was going to a nursing home or if I was going home health care,
Wow,
someone to
really?
take care of me. Yeah, because, I didn't have a choice. It was
Mhm.
either this is what's going to happen because I progressed so rapidly. This is what's going to happen. It's a progressive, neurological degenerative, disease. And this was, over a year. It's already through my body,
Hmm.
And so after, now I'm in my 8th year. So about halfway through that 8-year process of elimination of what worked and what didn't. Tried bicycling, boxing, all these different things, just trying to do it. but the guns were the one thing that lasted, and the one thing that just it did not take away. So I was able to shoot, and that's when I kind of noticed a definite difference. So
Interesting. So did you shoot when you were younger, before Parkinson's?
Oh yeah. So I shot from, I remember my first bicycle, but I don't remember my first BB gun. So
Yeah.
I was that young, and then I just went from there. My dad put a Olympic style peep sight on my Red Ryder BB gun, and I started shooting in
Sweet.
competitions then. And he would let us shoot down the hallway at like 5 meters into a box that was filled with blue jeans.
Uh-huh.
So then air rifles and ROTC and junior high and high school, then from there it just progressed, and had a little bit of a long range background.
Okay.
Really liked long range, still do, but for the last few years, it's just been more 3-gun PCC, multi-gun pistol and rifle kind of matches.
Yeah, stuff that you can go fast at.
Yeah. More therapeutic if you go fast.
Yeah. Raises the dopamine higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one shot on long range every few seconds is not going to be the same as, say, running a PCC.
Yeah.
With a 50-round mag. So,
Yeah.
So just 3-gun, and that kind of builds up the dopamine a little bit better.
Interesting.
So it's more effective for me.
Man.
Maybe not for everybody else, but
Yeah. Well, so and I was asking you about that when we were doing the stage walkthroughs. Is I was asking, do other people that have Parkinson's have like similar reactions to their thing? Whatever their thing is.
Yeah.
I mean, your thing is clearly shooting, right? Because
Right.
it seems to be working for you.
Well, for me, it was staying active and getting out of the house. And a few of my friends, one of them does piano, and great piano player, and it calms him down.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's other activities that do similar things. You just if you're out there with Parkinson's and you're listening to this, you just have to really just find what works for you, and that's kind of what I did. But I love shooting.
Yeah.
And that's the natural thing. So if you're trying to build pathways and you're doing some kind of therapy, you want to more than like it, you want to love it.
Yeah.
Because they say, oh, you're going to love boxing. Well, I didn't really like the boxing therapy,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to love this kind of therapy. But I just stuck with the firearms, and so that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
Yeah. So so just a minute ago, you said that you were in a wheelchair and on a scooter, and after spending a weekend with you shooting 3-gun, like that blows my mind to see the progression, or I guess the therapy is working, right? I mean,
it's amazing what 120,000 rounds of ammunition will do. 7 days a week, but so I'll tell you when it was that I met F1 and kind of lead that into this direction. So I was at NRA Dallas. I was looking.
Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was last year, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not been that long.
Yeah.
Going to F1's booth, just like everybody else. I was going from booth to booth. I had been shooting, 3 to 4 times a day. I mean, 3 or 4 times a week. And just trying to do this gun therapy thing.
Mm-hmm.
With a PCC and a pistol. But I went in their booth and I picked up one of their guns, and my hand went steady, and they noticed, and that's when they kind of stepped up and called me about a month later, asked me to shoot for them, and the whole, I rolled up on a handicap scooter, and that's how it went down. So
that's crazy.
And
you should have told me that before I got in a truck with you and let you drive.
Oh yeah. Well, I scare a lot of people when I drive, but it's not because, I'm still that alpha guy that wants to go fast,
Sure.
and drive fast, and can't fail at anything. Sometimes it gets me in a little trouble.
Well, yeah,
You
like
know,
the creek crossing, we're like, how fast do you think we can take this? Like, I think we can take this pretty fast.
Yeah, full bore. That's where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's incredible to think like it seems like a simple equation, right? Like you're lacking dopamine, so find something that raises your dopamine. And
Yeah.
for you, it's shooting.
Yeah,
right?
and you know, when I first got diagnosed and everything, there was supposed to be a 10-year process to go from my right hand with the shakes to it inevitably going through my body to the left hand, and so during that process, I just kind of decided, well, I'm smart enough, and I could just switch to my left hand, continue as long as I can. Well, a year later, it was in throughout both hands, and head to toe.
Didn't take that 10 years.
Yeah,
huh?
and the more that I did not use my right hand, the more that it drew my hand up into just a claw.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would have known then to pick up, when I first got diagnosed, to pick up the gun, start actually concentrating on slowing that shake down, I probably would have hit more targets today.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, it would have been a lot better for me because I would have had a better direction and been a lot better off in the long run.
Yeah.
And so I'm just out having fun,
Dude, you're doing pretty good, man. Like we had a solid team. We shot really well together.
Yeah.
You carried us on the long range too. I wasn't going to tell you this, but since we're doing it on the podcast, and I like to make fun of myself on the podcast, so the that stage 8 when we had the spinner that I was going to tumble over, turn over.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, well I'm going to do the 75s on that because I know those 75 grain bullets hit harder. So I grabbed my 75 mag. And I go to shove more rounds in it, and it won't take any more rounds. And I was like, well, we just got done shooting long range and didn't reload this mag. Like, what was I shooting on long range? And so I grabbed another mag that was half empty, and it was full of 55 grainers. So I apologize. As your teammate, I took 55 grainers and was using my 75 grain holds to shoot on that long range stage. And thank God you carried us on.
Hey, Dave. I was doing 55 grain too.
Oh, were you? Well, at least you knew it.
No, yeah, but I love the long range aspect of 3-gun, and that's.
Well, you excel at it too.
I really love that part of it because it's just the natural, the natural thing I've always done.
Yeah.
So, transitioning from a kid shooting 1,000 yards out, and having a blast doing it. So now I'm shooting the same size targets at 10 and missing. So, but the long range is really fun, and I really enjoy that ringing of the steel.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
yeah, and now we've got the magneto speeds that like flash red. Like,
oh yeah,
that's like jackpot.
Yeah, I found my Christmas present. That's my next gift to myself, whether it be my birthday or Christmas. I'm definitely getting some for my range at home. So.
Yeah, those are cool. Well, yeah. So let's talk about your range at home. So how do you set up your lifestyle to be able to continue gun therapy? Like, well, I know you're from Georgia, right?
Well, I lived in Georgia.
Okay.
Until about I'd say 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
I've been on the road for a month. Shooting from Louisiana all the way to Nebraska, and now down here. So I kind of lose track, but yeah, it's been a couple months of living in Texas, and so I was living in Georgia, and I was doing well, shooting every day, and one of the Instagram pages decided to invite me to live on their ranch.
Oh,
and,
okay.
So Military Badassery, Kelly at Military Badassery. He's I guess he's on his page. It's more memes or the military footage. Not a lot of shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while he'll put my content on his page and promote the gun therapy
mm-hmm.
because he took on this mission too, and invited me out to pursue this. So yeah, my days are pretty easy when it comes to getting ready. His wife, or as I call her, Mrs. Badassery, fixes my coffee and breakfast and whatever. If I want a Pop-Tart or something like that, whatever, and then I just go out there and shoot. And so I use a mag pump loader to load all my ammo.
Right.
It's not that bad. It was before I found a mag pump, but shameless plug, sorry. But
no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's the most helpful thing that I found for my Parkinson's and to continue shooting. So
yeah, it seems much easier just to shove the mag in there, turn that little crank, and you're going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just do more of that, and we have a range that they made for me, 50 yards wide, single bay, 100 yards long. We just set up a stage every day, different scenarios. Sometimes we shoot tannerite, sometimes 50 cal. Sometimes I like to just break up the monotony and throw in a 3-gun stage with a 50 cal, 308 and a 223.
Yeah.
Nothing against shotguns, but I put a voodoo hex on mine and it hasn't been fixed. And so voodoo Parkinson's hex, and no shotguns would be harmed in the making of that video. So but so that's my normal day. I take a lunch break. I work until dark. Sometimes I don't want to stop on the last shot if it sucked.
Yeah.
And so I just continue shooting. I might steal the landscape lights and take them out to the range and just shoot all night.
Nice.
So just work hard at whatever I do, and the same goes for everybody else. If you work hard at it, even a shaky guy can shoot a gun. So
I tell you what, man, I saw it this weekend. You definitely can shoot. Well,
I appreciate it.
So Dave, you have like a really good attitude about, having Parkinson's, your abilities and showcasing, I guess, what gun therapy can do for you. Have you always had that positive attitude? Because from like moment one I met you, like you've been cracking jokes and we've been having a great time.
Well, not exactly, but I've always kind of just worked hard at things and working hard at gun therapy and getting it noticed, and having fun with what you're doing. That's the key thing. So loving what you do, and that's the whole. If you love what you do, you're gonna show that with your attitude and with everything in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so I crack a lot of jokes. I play a lot, but I don't have anything to lose. I'm a professional shooter that has Parkinson's. I mean, I've already been to a wheelchair. I've been talked to nurses, and doctors wanted to put me in a nursing home. So now
at like 40 years old, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. 39.
39.
So I'm 40.
Which is my age.
I'm 46 now.
Yeah.
But after the first year, they thought I either had ALS or some other kind of serious. Not that Parkinson's is not, but some real catastrophic disease. And so that all my laughter and everything that keeps me going, and it comes from that, as well as just a lot of people will come up and say sorry you have it. Look, I'm not sorry at all. I wouldn't change a thing. I mean, of course I would love to go back to not shaking, but this is my mission, gun therapy, trying to beat Parkinson's, and that's what I've accepted, and the positive nature of that is gun therapy. Whatever gun therapy is to you, just the positive nature of that, whether it be PTSD or you have anything going on in your life, shooting is an outlet and a switch, and you can turn that bad day to a positive just by shooting.
Yeah.
So And
Do you find that the 3-gun community is a benefit as well? Like just being surrounded by like-minded people
oh yeah,
who want to see you succeed?
Yeah, and they my gun family is the best family. Sometimes a lot better than the ones I have. Sorry, Mom, but yeah. So yeah, they like in the last 3 matches, I've had 3 different people's shotguns because mine broke.
Yep.
And I've had other people's ammunition being given to me. Oh, just run this, because they're very helpful. They're very open to newcomers and people of whatever whatever background you have behind you. That's kind of irrelevant. You're in the now and in 3-gun family once you cross that line into starting position. You know, or if you want to come out to a match. 3-gun families, the best. So they just invited me in, and it's no holds bar. It's on when I get here. So
no kidding.
And it's great. So I've slept on a few couches. I've been to so many different dinners, and out to these are my best friends, and wouldn't change them for anything. So
yeah, it's a really cool community to be a part of, because
Yeah.
just like the best people on the planet,
Right.
High performers, people that demand a lot of themselves, and then are incredibly generous as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't go into 3-gun because you want to not shoot multiple guns. If you think it's kind of difficult or something that's kind of turns you off, if you want, if you're a stickler for multiple different things going on and you don't like that, well, this will cure that fear of that.
there is a certain type, right?
Yeah.
That is attracted to this game, right?
Yeah. So three different ways to fail or find out your weakness.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and you can work on that. So
yeah.
But
well, Dave, can I tell you my favorite joke you said that you told me this week?
Oh hell, can you even remember them all?
Oh, I can't remember them all, but I can tell you the one that made me laugh the hardest. So we just got done shooting machine guns, and we were you were putting it on Instagram, and you took your sunglasses off so you could type or whatever, and then when you were done, you're putting your sunglasses on and you were starting to shake a little bit.
Oh.
And you said, "This is the most dangerous part of my day."
I'm gonna poke my eye out for sure one day. They're supposed to be either safety glasses or sunglasses. So safety glasses are my weakness. It's like my Achilles heel. One day, I might be one-eyed Shakey Dave. I don't know. Or, I'm still going to be shooting 3-gun, damn it.
Can you imagine telling the doctor, like, well, how'd you lose how'd you poke your eye? Like, well, I was putting my safety glasses on.
Oh, safety glasses. It's like those damn safety scissors back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But Parkinson's and sunglasses or safety glasses, they do not mix. I'm just going to tell you. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. That was the best one I heard. I mean, not that they weren't all great, but
personally, I like the cardboard at the end. You shooting steel targets, so you shoot singles, and I'm double tapping. So, Parkinson's double taps.
Absolutely.
So, but
you're like, I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
That's right. Final stage is so fun. So
yeah, it was a really great match, Dave. I really enjoyed shooting with you.
We're gonna have to do it again. You're gonna have to come down to the gun therapy range and experience that part of it, because we do a lot of let's just say tannerite. I'll be shaking up the tactical tannerite martinis, and we'll do more tannerite probably than the most ranges will allow in a year. So, but there's a 40-pound maximum in Texas.
40 pounds? It seems like a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's like a night of partying with Martin. Not that I drink, not that I party, but I'm just saying, I couldn't imagine being a bartender with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Because I mix up 40 pounds of tannerite, I am tired. So I'm ready to pop that. I'm ready to pop that shot on that thing. So yeah, you'll have to come out and we'll have to do that.
Yeah, I'd love to, man. We're only a couple hours away.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
yeah. Well, Dave, if we spent the whole weekend together. I've heard some great bits of wisdom from you along the way. If you have something that you want to share with the audience, like a message that you want to get out there, what would it be?
Well, just whatever you do, you just have to work hard at it. And if you're timid about maybe coming out, doing a 3-gun match, participating, just come out and take pictures and hang out, or just come out and socialize. One of us will come up to you and be like, here you go.
Yeah.
But I would really just encourage people to do what they enjoy, work hard at whatever they do, and it's just take every day for what it is. It's a gift, and stay with it. So
that's a great final thought, man. Well, Dave, thanks for being my partner.
Yeah.
For being an awesome partner, for carrying me on the long range stage and several other ones, and just being a good dude all around. So it was great to meet you this weekend.
Yeah.
And wish you the best, man. We're all rooting for you, and hope to see you on the range soon.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You follow me on follow me on Instagram, Parkinson Shooter, and Facebook, Parkinson Shooter also. And you'll probably see me on the Military Badassery or any of the Badassery pages from time to time. So.
Yeah. I tell you what, if you follow hashtag gun therapy, there's a ton of your videos on there, but there's some really cool stuff. So check that out.
Yeah, hashtag gun therapy. That's what I do.
Absolutely. Right on. Well, thanks, Dave.
All right. Sounds good.
If you are finished, unload, show clear.